In this video, we're going to talk about how Redline Plus packing wears out in the field. We've got a variety of packing failure modes here to talk about. Let's start with how packing should wear out in the field when properly maintained. Over time, you'll see that your pressure rings actually lose material from the reciprocating motion, and old packing, used packing, is shorter than new packing, which is why it's important to keep tightening your packing nut every few stages, because as you lose material, your stack gets shorter and you lose that preload. Something else you might notice is more wear on one side than the other. This is common due to the weight of the plunger and typically happens at the 6 o'clock or bottom position of the lantern and the pressure rings, which can cause some unevenness in your packing stack over time. This is normal wear. Next, we'll go into jetting. This is what happens if you see a leak in your packing and don't tighten your packing nut immediately. A small drip can quickly turn into a fluid end wash right away. So if you see a drip, tighten your packing nut. If that doesn't fix the drip, it's time to change your packing. Another common packing failure mode is scorched or burned packing. This happens when there's inadequate lubrication to the packing bore and excessive heat and friction build up and causes the packing to wear out prematurely. It's important to check your packing lube system reservoir, check valves, and lube lines to make sure everything is functioning properly and packing lubrication is coming out of every packing bore. If your packing nut is too loose, then these rings can separate and you can get sand and debris in between them and you wear them out faster. If your packing nut's too tight, you'll over-energize the packing, create more friction around the plunger, and wear your packing out faster. You want just the right amount of pressure on this to keep everything properly engaged and functioning properly. Another thing to look for in good packing wear is where the debris is primarily located. It should be located on the inside of the lantern ring. If you have excess debris located on the outside, it could mean that your packing bore is beginning to wash and should be addressed. Another critical factor in packing wear is the condition of your plunger. They start out smooth and shiny and go to hazy as they wear over time. But if you see any deep grooves or pitting that develop in your plunger, that's going to be an additional abrasive surface that's only going to wear out your packing much faster. So we know how important packing lubrication is to minimize friction and heat buildup. But which is better, oil or grease? Well, grease can trap sand and debris, which can spread throughout the rings over time and create an abrasive slurry, whereas oil flows better and can actually flush debris into the lantern ring and outside of the sealing elements. Air over oil systems are also simple and robust, and the constant pressure over the oil will dispense as much packing lubrication as required, because as you run your pump faster, you will go through more packing lubrication. Greasers typically need to be adjusted depending on pump rate, and you will have to dial the settings up to make sure you're dispensing more grease at faster rates. When maintaining your packing lubrication system, make sure your lube lines are free of debris and your check valves are installed correctly. A clogged check valve or a backwards check valve will still hold pressure, but will not allow any lubrication to flow through. Now you know how to prevent premature packing failures. If you have any questions, call us anytime or reach out to your local sales rep.